This episode's FDR shoutout goes to Harrison Du. Leave a comment down below to have a chance for a shoutout in the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed. What's going on, Corey gang, Millie gang? I feel like Millie has evolved into the most popular co-host. Okay, caught myself there. I almost said something else. Co-host. Past Rapashi, past Tamago. But also I'm taking Rapashi out less because she's just being reclusive. She's right there. I can see her. She's not doing a great job camouflaging. But I'm just feeling worse and worse about taking her out when like she is supposed to be sleeping. So maybe I'll move FTRs later when I do want her to co-host with me. Millie's perfectly capable of co-hosting, right? See, she's so attentive. Don't you want this? You don't? Okay. You're missing out. So without further ado, fish tank review.
So, if you want an inexpensive fish tank for a betta fish, all you need is a cheese puff ball container from Sam's Club and a peace lily from literally Meyer, like the smallest peace lily you can find, and you cut a hole in the top of it, and then you clean the container, and then you have a fish container. Happy fish tanks.
Happy fish tanks. Where's the fish tank? Bigger than most of the crap people throw bettas in, probably almost 3 gallons. It's sad that this is true. That was on my mind. I was like, this is bad, but have you seen some of these? Someone made a watch and put a neon tetra in the watch. So we're not really setting the bar too high. Like, congratulations, you're not a psycho bitch for not putting a neon tetra in a watch. Good for you. You want me to clap? Okay, but honestly, throw a sponge filter and a heater in there, and this is a lot better of a redneck rig half-ass design you'd get from those little 1 gallons they sell at PetSmart. Yo, what does being redneck have anything to do with it? Leave my racist homies out of your mouth. Definitely an eyesore and not ideal, but sadly I have to admit this is way better than a fishbowl. Yeah, have to admit the same thing. Why is a chain smoker SpongeBob narrating? Someone had to say it, Millie. Why didn't you say it, Millie? You're supposed to be the honest co-host. Let's hear that voice again.
So, if you want an inexpensive fish...
He's completely fed up with his fry cook days. He's finally had enough of Squidward. As far as I understand, most types of lilies are poisonous to any form of pet. That's the other point I was getting to. They're toxic for dogs, super toxic for cats. I don't know if their roots are fine, but why would you like risk that? You know what I mean? Like, the fish has to swim in that water, bro. If you pick a non-toxic, non-poisonous plant, maybe it would be great for shrimp. Shrimp don't care. Shrimp just go into their shrimp dimension, do their shrimpy thing. They won't even hold a grudge that you put them in a Cheetos container. Shrimp would be perfect. I wouldn't be making this video about your sorry little video. Maybe some snails. Think invertebrate. Things that have no backbone. That's the only kind of things you can pick on, it seems. Small human. Alright, we're getting carried away. I'm going back to my ultra savage days of fish tank review. This channel has become too child friendly. Not me saying that, but having swear words all the time. I'm sorry, parents who are watching with their children. And thank you for understanding. Kids, don't copy me, okay? No, I know you're doing a good job not copying me. You're probably saying like, I know, Chris, I won't. That's why my mom or my dad is still letting me watch your show, because I don't emulate you. Chill, Chris. Thumbs up to you, my 8-year-old homie. Don't spend too much time on Roblox. What's happening today? Hey, quick pause, guys. I've got an important message to share.
Wait a second. Is this hornwort?
Yup, that's hornwort and kabamba in a local lake. I'm in Canada. This video is sponsored by the Invasive Species Center. This year, we're focusing more on invasive aquatic plants. They're a non-for-profit organization, and they're not trying to sell anyone anything. They just want more pet owners to be aware of how they can keep their local ecosystems healthy. That in itself is more than enough levels of wholesome in this wacky and gross world for you to at least check out their website in the description and pinned comment. While pets like goldfish and turtles get dumped into local waterways and completely take over all native aquatic animals, our aquatic plants in the hobby could be even worse. In less than a year, plants like hornwort, kabamba, elodia, frogbit, duckweed can take over a lake and then get carried into other lakes. They create massive monocultures and choke out all plant diversity, so no more animal diversity either. They also create huge issues for recreation as well. Think they're bad when they're alive? Sometimes the infestation gets so big and they start dying off, which depletes all the oxygen in the water, killing off what little fish is left. The crazy thing is, we can buy all of these plants over the counter on a Tuesday. It's great to have access to these amazing plants, don't get me wrong, but it's also our responsibility to not let it loose. So check out their campaign, Corey Gang Fish Fam. Let's support this wholesome effort with everything we got. Millie, Can you come back to hosting? Dunkelbug sent in this fish tank. All right, one of my pet peeves, this is becoming. Fill up your tanks. I know bettas like to jump, but you clearly have a lid, boy. What are you doing with that wasted real estate? Beautiful betta fish you got. It deserves much better than you. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Dial it down, Chris. It's a Monday morning talk show. Please. Something funky going up, down in the substrates. Unless that's just capped with sand because you can't make a decision about anything in your life. Okay. One more of those, mister, and you're out of here. Millie is becoming main host if you do that again. No, but this delta tail, look at the colors. That is like Photoshop. Sadly, it's not Photoshop. This fish is actually in this pretty not good tank. It's just not big enough. Even if you fill it all the way, that's maybe like the minimum, basic minimum. And it's not even that because you didn't fill it up all the way. Dinklebug, do something about it. I'm not gonna rate this because it'll just, you know what the rating is. This is just a dead skull emoji. I wonder what. That's Photoshop. That's gotta be Photoshop, right? No way in hell. Do you know how much that weighs? That weighs more than probably 10 elephants if you stretch it from here to the moon and back. It weighs a lot. Interesting aquascape, by the way. But beyond that, I mean, look at the other one. That one actually makes me more nervous because it looks like one of those tables that just goes like they rotate a little bit and then everything falls. And that tank looks like it's diagonal. At least this one's smack dab in the middle so that like all the pressure's kind of holding on, especially if it's like solid wood. Still, bro, you're playing with fire here. I'm calling my therapist right now to address the anxiety this has caused me. Pass me the number because I'm gonna need therapy after this. If you do group therapy, I think we'll all need it. Hey, yo, I'll take one of those numbers, thanks. I am a therapist and I can't even deal with the amount of anxiety this photo brings up. So we're just screwed then. That's one of my biggest fears. What does the therapist do when they need therapy, huh? Nobody's thinking about the therapist. If you could, please confine your swimming to the middle of the tank. It would be much appreciated. These are very trained fish. These are my new favorite aquarium stands. Found the chaotic neutral. This tank is sent in from Nico Pig the dog. That's a username. That's a beautiful short fin betta fish. Looking very healthy. This is a 5 gallon, so meets the minimum requirements. It's planted a little bit. It's got floaters, which is great. You had a great start. The pebbles are nice, but hopefully you do have some fertilization up in the substrate. Because if not, that little grassy grass and the dwarf sage is going to struggle the most. 3.5 out of 5. I just remember this horrific experiment my high school did. Sure enough, other schools are doing it too. We used goldfish. What do you mean you used goldfish? Instead of betta fish or like zebra danios or guppies, y'all put straight up goldfish in there. That is, oh man, peak. Not to say that this is any better at all, but just goldfish, that doesn't even prove the point. Because these are supposed to be like experiments about a closed ecosystem that can self-sustain it. Goldfish are not natural to any ecosystem. Why would you use that species to showcase natural ecosystem? Dumbest thing ever. Your school just took something really, really dumb and made it crazy amounts of dumb. Dumpster diving at job sites pays off. Free 2x4s and a free granite countertop equals a free stand for my 20 gallon. I've never personally dumpster dived, but I've kept really close attention to my neighbors and my neighborhood because there's always something free just like on the sidewalk. That's how that tank behind me Millie. And the 20 gallon over there where King Chunk resides with his Endler Empire. Kind of rare that the granite slab fits perfectly with your stand. Congratulations, bro. Ian sent in this fish tank. Pretty beautiful wood piece with plantings all throughout. Nice little solo short fin betta tank. Funny enough, I feel like I have this exact same wood piece, but that's impossible, right? Because I still have it at home. Maybe I should go check. Bro, Ian's swiping my driftwood away. Nice bright light up top. It's blinding me. All sorts of different species of anubias in here. 4.55 out of 5. Keep it up. This lady just asked the waitress if the salmon was grass fed. I literally have no idea what went wrong in the world. Damn, bro, you just gotta get on this lady's level. You're just not ethical enough to know that salmon eat grass. Tell me you're not ethical without telling me you're not ethical. The only question we should be asking is if the salmon is grass-fed at a restaurant that serves salmon. How inhumane can you be? You disappoint me. Taking better care of the plants than the poor fish. Damn, that is a poor fish. When goldfish get ammonia poisoning, they stay at the bottom of the tank. But for this goldfish, how can you tell? If I was a betting man, I would say yes, it does have ammonia poisoning. The thing is, these vegetables are not even doing that well. At this point, he's just a caged fertilizing machine. That's what they called me in high school. He's a cog in the wheel now, aren't we all? If you guys watch Moist Critical or Penguin Z0 here on YouTube, have you guys seen Skynut? Warning, not family friendly if you couldn't tell from the title. That's basically what a caged fertilizing machine looks like. It's what the Matrix was not able to produce because they wanted to keep it somewhat PG. Matt Fairy sent in their 6-gallon betta betta fish tank. And there's shrimp in here. Congratulations on finding yourself a betta fish that doesn't murder shrimp. I'm very jealous right now. Beautiful scape. You got CO2 up in there because you got a drop checker. Plants are luminate. It's a 6 gallon, so perfect size. Clean glass. 4.35 out of 5. Keep it up. Ever seen live fish with drawings on it? I mean, that just looks like toddler drawing. Who would want that kind of drawing on their fish? Needless to say, this is very harmful. This is very intrusive for the fish. That's how I drew my hearts in elementary school. Who am I kidding? I still draw my hearts like that. I think these are food markers. People sometimes use them to draw on food from what I heard. But still, it's really bad even if it's not toxic, since they had to take the fish and push the marker into its body. Probably damaged the slime coat too. They even drawn some lipstick on their mouth. They did? I totally missed that. Holy crap, you are right. Millie, can you believe that? You have every right to be angry. Alright guys, welcome back to the end of the video. That's right, we made it, but Millie did not make it. Millie's getting too excited today. I think she hears some inaudible ghost birds out in nature, whatever that is. We stay indoors where it's safe. Looking like a true introvert with social anxiety. I go out. Come on, I'm going snowboarding in like 4 days. Like snowboard tycoon simulator. No, for real. Funny I should mention snowboarding. Katwa. What is your favorite sport? That's right. Comment below. Question of the week. Nah fam. Question of the strong. Millie probably pooped here, actually. Alright, y'all, if you enjoyed this episode, please smash that like button and subscribe. There'll be more videos to come, and don't forget to get your hands wet. Tetra, 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 we in a spot, coming in hot. Ventral fin dot, acclimate that. With my shoal act, clear my fin rod from Cariciformes, stupor at your rodon. Hold on, there's not another fish that you can wish for. Lit fam says I finna one. I finna gone 3 days without furt. I'm an addict, like fanatic. I'm a baddest, no tabs, only dirt. My Corey gang so loyal, black tetra go skirt. We came to play, came to silence.